Awaken your inner freedom. Transform your life with Jiddu Krishnamurti's wisdom. Welcome to our journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Today, we're diving into the timeless wisdom of Jiddu Krishnamurti, a philosopher who challenged the way we perceive life, freedom, and truth. His words were not just philosophical musings. They were calls to action for a life of clarity, peace, and profound transformation. If you've ever wondered, who am I really? What's holding me back? How can I live freely? Then this video is for you. Let's embark on this transformative journey together. 1. Self-knowledge and awareness. Krishnamurti once said, "Without knowing who you are, there is no basis for right thought, and without self-knowledge, there is no wisdom." Understanding ourselves is the foundation of a meaningful life. Without this, our decisions are shaped by illusions or borrowed truths. Consider how often you act out of habit. For instance, do you pursue goals because they resonate with you or because they're expected? A friend of mine once left a corporate job to become a musician, not because it was practical, but because it felt authentic. Self-knowledge also requires looking deeply at our fears, desires, and motivations. For example, imagine you're constantly seeking approval from others. What does this say about your relationship with yourself? Awareness helps uncover these patterns so they can be addressed. Action item: dedicate 10 minutes daily to journaling. Reflect on your motivations by asking, did I act today in alignment with my true self? Over time, this will help you uncover patterns and bring clarity to your choices. Challenge yourself to take one action daily that aligns with what you've discovered about your true self. 2. Freedom from conditioning. It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. From childhood, society conditions us to fit molds defined by culture, family, and education. But whose definitions are we living by? Think of a student who chooses medicine over art because it's considered respectable. Such decisions often stem from external pressure, not inner calling. This conditioning even extends to our beliefs about happiness. Have you ever thought, "I'll be happy when"? Society often teaches us to chase external milestones, but true happiness is internal. Action item: identify one area of your life, a career choice, relationship, or belief that feels constrained. Ask yourself, is this truly my choice, or am I conforming to expectations? Take one small step toward making an authentic change. Begin to question societal norms that don't resonate with your personal truth and make decisions rooted in authenticity. 3. Truth and perception. Krishnamurti emphasized, truth is a pathless land. Truth cannot be dictated by institutions or ideologies. It must be discovered individually. Think about a time when you faced a difficult decision. Did you rely on your intuition, or were you swayed by others' opinions? For example, during a career switch, a friend chose a less lucrative path that felt right over a popular choice. Truth requires courage, as it often challenges societal norms and personal biases. Truth also requires observing the world without preconceived notions. For instance, instead of labeling a challenge as bad, see it as an opportunity for growth. This shift in perception can transform your understanding of truth. Action item: when confronted with a challenge, pause. Instead of seeking external validation, ask, what do I genuinely see and feel about this situation? Write down your observations and let them guide your actions. Strive to see things as they are, free from filters of fear or desire. 4. Conflict and division. Conflict exists as long as there is division. Conflict arises from separations between nations, ideologies, or even within ourselves. Imagine arguing with a loved one. Often these conflicts stem from misunderstanding or clinging to personal perspectives. In our daily lives, we often see division in the form of us versus them thinking. Whether it's political, religious, or personal, this division fuels hostility. A colleague once resolved a workplace disagreement by asking, what outcome do we both want? This simple question dissolved the division and fostered collaboration. Action item: when in conflict, ask, what might the other person need or feel right now? Practicing empathy can dissolve barriers and foster understanding. Reflect on whether your perspective contributes to division and seek common ground. 5. Fear and psychological security. Fear begins when we seek security in the impermanent. We anchor safety to jobs, relationships, or possessions. Yet these are transient. Imagine fearing job loss. a fear rooted in equating your self-worth with your career. Consider how fear impacts your decisions. A friend once overcame the fear of public speaking by understanding that approval was impermanent. Instead, they focused on the value of their message. When we shift our focus from external validation to internal purpose, fear loses its grip. Action item. Identify one dominating fear. Analyze its root. Ask, am I placing my security in something impermanent? How can I cultivate inner resilience instead? Reframe your fears by focusing on growth opportunities rather than perceived losses. 6. Love and relationships. Love is not a reaction. It cannot be cultivated, nor is it a result of memory. True love arises from freedom and understanding, not possession. Consider relationships where partners expect each other to meet all needs. This dependency often leads to resentment. True love, as Krishnamurti taught, involves allowing others to be fully themselves. For example, a parent who lets their child pursue their own dreams rather than imposing their expectations fosters true love. Action item. Observe your interactions with loved ones. Ask, am I projecting my needs onto them, or am I allowing them to be who they are? Practice giving without expecting anything in return. Reflect on one way to support someone's growth and freedom this week. 7. Meditation in the present moment. Meditation is a state of mind that looks at everything with complete attention. It's about engaging deeply with life, not escaping it. For example, when walking, are you immersed in your surroundings or distracted by your thoughts? A teacher once guided students to eat a single raisin with full awareness. This practice made them realize how much they missed by rushing through life. Similarly, taking a few deep breaths before reacting to a stressful situation can anchor you in the present. Action item. Choose one daily activity, eating, walking, or brushing your teeth, and do it with full awareness. Notice every sensation and thought. This practice roots you in the present moment. Gradually expand this mindfulness to other areas of your life. Education and intelligence. Intelligence is the capacity to perceive the essential, the what is. Education should nurture this intelligence rather than prioritize rote learning. Think about how schools often reward memorization over understanding. A mentor once told me, real education starts when you question what you're taught. Education should inspire curiosity and critical thinking. For instance, instead of asking, what did I learn today? Ask, what questions arose from what I learned? Action item. Commit to learning something new that excites you. Whether it's a skill, a language, or a subject, approach it with curiosity and a desire to understand deeply, not just to pass a test. Incorporate active questioning into your learning process. 9. Creativity and living without effort. Creativity is the highest form of intelligence because it requires a free mind. Creativity flourishes when we're free from fear and internal conflict. Recall a time when you felt truly creative, perhaps writing a poem or solving a problem effortlessly. This flow state arises when you're free from judgment. Creativity is not limited to the arts. It's about approaching any problem with fresh perspectives. For instance, a business leader who reimagines their workflow to improve efficiency is exercising creativity. Action item. Set aside 30 minutes this week for a creative activity. Don't worry about the result. Allow yourself to explore and express freely. Look for areas in your daily life where creative thinking can bring fresh solutions. Closing reflection. Now let's reflect. You've explored self-awareness, freedom from fear, and the transformative power of love, meditation, and creativity. Remember, knowledge is meaningless without action. Take one action from today's video and make it your own. Share your experiences in the comments. We'd love to hear how these teachings resonate with you. Before you go, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. Why? Together, we can continue exploring wisdom that transforms lives. Your engagement helps us reach more seekers and strengthens our community. Thank you for watching. The journey to freedom begins with you. See you in the next video.